Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's #1 underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I am Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, with Chicago's #1 underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal. We appreciate it, guys. If you like the interview, and I know you will, be sure to go ahead and listen to the full episode. You can find it on our website, didyousseethatshit.com, YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, pretty much wherever you find your favorite podcast. Be sure to listen to the whole episode. We appreciate it very much, guys. Right now, I want to introduce Jon Fitch. He's one of the best 170-pounders in the world, but where is he fighting nowadays? What's up, brother?
Good to be back.
Yeah, man, good to have you back. You were in the news recently, Jon. You're no longer with the PFL. Are you fighting in Bellator officially?
No, I'm officially a free agent. I'm still talking and negotiating things and seeing what kind of numbers we can get out there.
Very cool. I mentioned Bellator. There's other organizations, I'm sure, that are looking for your services, right?
Yeah, Bellator is one of the first places we went to talk because, my management, Crazy Bob Cook and Scott Coker have a long history and relationship together. Plus, I'm local here in San Jose, so it would be a good fit. We're just hoping that everything is, all the stars are aligned. I'm hoping.
I can't wait, man. I'm just happy that you're still doing it.
Yeah, definitely. I've been a huge fan of yours for a while. I always wanted to know, do you feel that you're getting better with age?
I think so. I was a late start. My first MMA fight wasn't until I was, mid-20s. I was 24, 25, I think. And, I didn't start boxing or stand up or jiu-jitsu or anything like that until that age. So you have a lot of guys who have high skill sets starting out these days. And but I am like a fine wine or a fine whiskey. I am getting better with age. I just hope that I can peak and I can find my athletic peak before my body breaks down. Kind of like the race right now. It's like, how much can I squeeze out before things start falling off?
Well, that's the thing about you. You've never really been injured, and I know you trained at AKA.
I've had significant minor injuries. I had the shoulder surgery 2011, and that was a major thing to struggle back from, not just physically, but mentally, being out for a while, and I forced myself into some bad situations.
I always thought you were a fighter that doesn't get the credit you deserve as a cerebral fighter. You're super smart. I think your fight IQ is like off the fucking, if they had like a rating, it would be off the chart because you know where you're good and that's what you do. I wanted to ask you though, something you embrace, Jon, is king of the grind. But I saw on your Twitter you have that. I thought that was DC's motto. What, you guys are going to have to scrap for that title or something.
Well, no, it's you're mistaken. See, his is king of the grind. And he's referring to, just the grind to get work done, all that stuff. I'm the king of grind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, technicality.
King of grind, like the nasty, gritty, dirty, ugly. I rule that.
Oh yeah, you definitely do, man.
Yeah, my bad. I don't think there's too many guys that do it better than you when it comes to that clinch, that wrestling game, man.
Oh, my favorite.
There's a guy that reminds me of your style, Ben Askren, and of course he's a guy that kind of walked away from the sport now too. I was still holding on to a little hope that you and him still somehow fight each other, no matter where it is. I just want to see it.
It could be interesting. I don't know. Maybe wherever I sign with, he'll be available or something. I don't know. That would be interesting. I'd be down because that's one of the things too. I like the idea of Bellator because of the amount of competition they have available. I feel like I've kind of beaten everybody that the PFL has to offer, anyways. And there's not a lot of other names or talent out there that people know of around the world.
Yeah. I've been the one person on this podcast saying that I believe the Bellator welterweight division is actually better than the UFC welterweight division. And, if you really want to go fight the best of the best, you go to Bellator in the welterweight division.
It's very arguable, but, it's hard to tell. My big thing is it's hard to tell who's good and who's not because nowadays there's really no meritocracy, and you can't tell how good guys really are because the ranks are given by the promoter. And you really have no idea of the skill set or skill level of guys because they don't really rank guys according to abilities or what they've done. It's all financial to them.
Absolutely, and that's something that you've been outspoken about. The last time I spoke with you, you were very active with the Ali Act. Do you have any update on that?
No, I mean, government's been slowed down. Anytime you hear the government arguing about getting shut down and all that stuff, that backs everything up. So we get back up in the process also. So hopefully they'll reach some agreements on all their crap and we can get going.
Are you still spending all of your time at AKA?
Yeah, I still work with Nick Blomgren, One Kick Nick, when I can. I fly him up to work with me, when I have fights and stuff. But if I need to, I have other places I can venture out to if I need to train. Mostly, I've been kind of coaching lately and just trying to stay in shape because I haven't fought since last June. So yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but just hanging out in neutral, waiting for something to happen.
Not knowing is the crazy part. So you mentioned your last fight. That was against Foster at the PFL event.
Yeah.
And that was when they moved it all around because the rain and everything. That was crazy, right?
Yeah, they bumped us like 2.5 hours before we were supposed to fight, and it was raining, and they had this terrible slick canvas out there that was wet, and it was just it was chaos. The whole night was chaos.
That was a wild fight, man. What did you call it? A ninja choke, right? That you sunk in?
Yeah, I call it a ninja choke. It's too hard to pin and submit. You can't get the position. Like if I would have put my hooks in and then went for a choke, like he would have defended. He would have known what was coming. So nowadays you got to hit stuff in transitions. So he put himself in a bad spot for half a second, and I had a choke on before he knew what was going on.
Man, I still remember watching that. It was pretty slick, man. No pun intended.
I put on my YouTube page, official Jon Fitch, I put a how-to video up on how to do that ninja choke.
Oh, I'm definitely watching that.
You could do it on me after the show. Well, John, would you like to add anything else, brother?
Yeah, check out my YouTube page. I got a bunch of stuff on there. I've been doing daily live streams at 10 a.m. too, so you guys can check out my shake breaks. And if they're around, they can ask questions while I'm doing it.
For sure.
Man.
Could you do us one favor? We kind of have a little tradition here. Could you say, this is Jon Fitch, and you're listening to the Did You See That Shit podcast?
All righty. This is Jon Fitch, and you're listening to the Did You See That Shit podcast.
I appreciate it, brother.
Awesome.
No problem. Later.